Hey guys, welcome back. Charles Damiano here from the Bruce Lee Collection, and I'm here today with Richard Torres, my good friend, Sifu Richard Torres. And I asked Richard, I said, you know what, I'd like to do an episode on your top 10 collectibles, but I wanted him to pull out collectibles that he collected back in the early 70s, and the ones we used to buy on the newsstand when they first came out. So he was kind enough to pull his top 10 out that you purchased. These were the first collectibles.
The early stuff.
Before figures, before everything else, were these paper collectibles. So which one do you want to start with? Which was the very first one that you started with?
This one right here.
Wow, look at that. Bruce Lee's.
My martial arts training guy, Jeet Kune Do, for $1.50.
I remember this one, man, when it came out.
Poster inside.
Now, was this on the newsstand? I think it was.
The
back
newsstands
then.
and the train stations.
And it has this poster inside, right, where he's doing the JKD pose.
Yes.
Man, that's a great one. This is one of my favorite. 1974 is when it came out.
Yep.
Wow, what a beauty. And it has all the JKD symbols on the back.
And very, very authentic, you know, the material in there. Whoever wrote it knew his stuff.
Right? From back then, from 74.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great one. I have that one in my collection too.
Back in the 70s, we were trying to find anything on Jeet Kune Do.
Yes.
And that was it.
That was the first one. What was the next book you got?
Then I got this.
The Red Book.
The Red Book.
Remember that one?
What a great book this was.
The King of Kung Fu. Yes, this was a great book.
Mm-hmm. So
let's see the cover on that one again. Yeah, that was good. Mm-hmm. And let's see the back cover. I used to love the back cover when I was a kid because it has that beautiful shot of Bruce from Enter the Dragon.
Yep, from Enter the Dragon.
Yep. You didn't really get many color shots back then.
So this came out in 74 also.
Yep.
Early days. Just like that magazine.
You were like 15, 16 back then?
Yeah, back then.
Right?
$2.50.
Wow, man, these are some great ones.
Then Black Belt came out with this one.
The best of Bruce Lee.
I put a plastic cover on it.
Now this was a compilation of all the different articles from Black Belt, right? Mm-hmm. I remember when this came out, I went crazy over it.
Yeah. So this was really good.
And they featured the 67 article in there, right? And the 71 article, all the articles they did on Bruce at the time.
Everything from Bruce. Again, information on Bruce because we were hungry for anything on Bruce Lee. And then they were so nice to do a Bruce Lee #2.
That's another great one, man. Yeah. The Best of Bruce Lee Part 2. And then those were the additional articles, right, that they put in that one.
Mm-hmm. They did so well with the first one, they decided to...
Yep, and again, those were from the mid-70s probably, right? 74,
the back
75.
Has the Ballad of Bruce Lee.
Robert Lee there.
Robert Lee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the early magazines, man. These are some of my favorites. Now, what's your next one?
And then I
he's
have
a classic.
The Tao Jeet Kune Do book, which I put in a shadow box because it's the original 1975 version. And this is the hardcover version.
So you got the hardcover and the soft. Now, this is really rare, the hardcover one, because these were, the actual picture sleeve is usually destroyed, right?
Yes.
People have the maroon book that's underneath it.
Yes, which I have one back here. Let's see if I find this.
But the hardcovers on these were so rare because this picture sleeve used to get destroyed. So you can find the book, but it doesn't have the picture sleeve. But Richard has it preserved nicely in this glass case.
So this was my original one, then I found this one. But this is how the cover looks, and then...
Let's take the picture sleeve off so people could see how it is.
Take the picture sleeve off.
Yeah, see, so it's a brown heart, which is beautiful with the gold leaf lettering. But this is always falls apart. You see how this one's coming, right? So to find it with the picture sleeve, I mean, I've seen these go as high as $600, $700, $800 now for a copy, if even more.
Yeah. So at that time it was $9.95. Now they go up there.
You can get $1,000 for this book now, the hardcover, in mint condition.
Yes.
If not more.
This is the mint condition.
These are beautiful, man. Yep. And these mean a lot to you because this started your JKD research and journey and study, right?
This is the original one that I got for $6.95.
Look at that. These are two beauties, man. Yes. And you said you still read these to this day, right? Because you're always picking up new information from them.
The latest one is the expanded edition back here that you see. So they keep redoing the book.
Yep. Shannon just put that one out.
Yes. So... that's a really nice one.
Wow, these are beautiful.
So these came out in 75. So we went from 1974 to 1975.
Yeah, put that one back down.
Okay. And then Dan Osanto came out with his book. This was before he did the concept.
So what's that called? Jeet Kune Do?
Yeah. The Art and Philosophy
of Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
This was one of my favorite books that he put out because you couldn't find anything on Jeet Kune Do at that time.
Yes.
And this one showed the training, the gear they wore.
It was really
the
good.
techniques.
Did a good
Yeah, he talked about everything. Do you remember the other one that he came out?
1976 this came out.
Basic Training Guide, the one he shows the training equipment in there?
I have them all here.
Yeah, that one's good. But this was the first one. I love this one, man.
Yes. And then after that, the fighting method books.
Man, this was revolutionary when these hit the scene.
These are the original books that I purchased back then. So you have the basic training.
Training, yep.
Actually, if you open it up, the advertisements.
From O'Hara Publications, it's still in there.
Yeah. The actual.
Yep.
When they send you a letter, telling you what they're going to come up with. You see.
Yeah.
So
they would send that when they gave you the book, right?
No, before you get the book, so you can. Telling you the book is coming out.
So this was the first one actually that came out with. This is the first one.
No, Basic Training was the first one.
You think? Or was it the street fighting one? I think it was this one. I think this one came out, then Basic Training.
You might be right, yeah.
And then this one.
Another letter, you see?
Beautiful.
About the book.
Yep.
That's about to come out. So they were sending out letters. I guess because they had my address because I bought the Dao Jeet Kune Do book. They were sending out these letters.
So the nice things about these, Richard, these are the first printings. From the,
these are the original.
76, I think these came out. Yep. These are the original first printings.
And then Skill and Technique. See, what was the next one?
Man, you must have salivated when you saw these, especially trying to find stuff on Jeet Kune Do at that time. And then they came out with this whole series of books. Look at that, guys. First printing. Now you could buy the hardcover, right? They have the hardcover.
Now they have expanded edition.
Because they expand. You have one of those?
Right here.
Let's bring that over here. So they came out with the hardcover edition, so you can get all 4 of these in one hardcover edition. And if you want to pick one up, I'll leave a link in the description below.
This is the latest.
Oh, this is the latest, yes.
Which is there it is. Bruce Lee's fighting method.
Shannon Lee just put these out.
Yep.
Look at that. And they put these now all in hardcover. So these are still individual though.
Yeah.
Right? So see, these are still individual, but they made every one a beautiful hard cover.
Yes.
I just picked these up too. These are enormous. I love these.
Yes, these are nice.
So these come in the box, but then they came out with the ones that you could find all 4 editions in that, right?
I put the gold in.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, so you can see it.
Wow, you really nice to customize that, man.
Yes.
True collector, enhancing the
But
box.
the actual box is black. Here.
I was wondering why yours has so much detail on it.
This is.
Look at that.
This is the actual box. It's hard to see.
It's hard to see.
This is sealed. I didn't open
You
it.
kept one in mint condition,
Yes.
sealed,
And
unopened.
then the back. You see, you can't really notice the back, but when I put the gold on it, you can see.
Wow,
And on
really
here, too.
nice job, man.
See?
You should be a graphic artist.
Well, I'm just following what's there.
but
I'm just painting
how'd you get the gold? You painted it?
Painted it gold.
Nice.
Gold paint.
Wow, Richard, great job, man.
But the original fighting method was like this.
Yes.
Hmm?
Now, was that the one that came out in the 70s?
Yes.
Look at this, guys. The original hardcover Bruce Lee's fighting method books that came out in the 70s.
This is with the cover. The sleeve.
Yeah, it's a hard one to get, man.
See?
Again,
This is the sleeve.
these are worth a lot of money now. I would put them up as high as anywhere from $600 to $1,000, depending on the condition.
This when the price started going up. This was $24.95.
Yes, at the time.
Yes.
And
And people were, what?
Look at that.
$25? So this
they-
is with the sleeve. This is without the
so
sleeve.
they put all 4 volumes in one hardcover volume.
Correct.
Yeah, that was great. I remember that.
And then they did the next one they did was the complete edition, which had an additional chapter with Sifu Ted Wong
Yes.
on the 5 ways of attack. Mm-hmm. And then they came up with this one,
And that's the last one that Shannon came out with.
which is what you're seeing here. This.
You did a nice job with that, man. I
Yeah.
love it. I love
Thank
the
you.
gold. It really pops.
Yeah, because I noticed. I said, I noticed there was in Boston there, and I said, but you can't see it. So
Yeah, great job.
I bought a gold paint and I started painting the whole thing. And now it pops out, right?
Beautiful, beautiful.
So.
Wow, nice.
Yep.
So you got the early magazines, the
So
early
this was
books.
the early stuff, and then of course Alice Ben Block came out with his book.
Classic.
Yes. And you know, we want to read everything we can on Bruce Lee.
And that was the first novel that came out.
Yes.
Well, paperback, as they call
Paperback,
it, right?
yeah.
I remember I did a book report on school on this.
Yeah.
I must have read it like 3 times when it came out. I was fascinated with the information that was inside of it. What year did it come out? 76, maybe?
Let's see.
73.
74.
74?
Wow.
74.
Nice.
First printing, March 74. So this is first printing. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Another classic.
So we have stuff here from, everything is from 74.
74, yeah.
74 and on.
I mean, that's when, you know, most of the
Bruce Lee
stuff
passed
came
away
out.
in 73.
Yep. So they capitalized and they started putting all this great material out on
Yeah.
Bruce Lee at the time.
So when you asked me what's my first collectibles, it had to be all the paper memorabilia because that's all that there was.
Yeah. No,
So-
these are some classics you pulled out. These are some of my favorites, man. The red book, the Jeet Kune
This
Do
is
book.
the ad for the fighting method.
Look at that.
At this time,
True
it was
collector.
$29.95.
You even kept the ad.
Get the ad, and you can see the cover. You see
Yep.
the cover. This cover here.
Look at that. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So
Man, that's fantastic.
that
Richard.
goes in here.
Keep everything together, man. You don't want to misplace any of these things. So this
Yeah.
is great, man. Do you have the book also that she came out? The one by Linda Lee? I know you have that one.
Let's see. There's an enormous thing here.
2,500 books Richard has in his collection back here.
We have to just find out where the paperbacks are again, because I always.
That's right. I know you have it in your collection. That was the one that Linda Lee wrote.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
second paperback.
Bruce Lee paperbacks.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So it's right here.
Well, let's see. Pull it over here.
Let's take a trip.
Yeah.
Take a trip.
Hey, Richard, I'll give you 5 to 1.
So here it is.
Look at that. Nice.
It's in the bag, so it doesn't
Yep.
get yellow.
Actually, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story was based on that book.
Yeah, but it was based on the other book, the bigger one, with Bleecker and Linda Lee.
Ah.
Yep. But this is one of my favorite books, The Wisdom of Bruce Lee,
I love that book.
and it got
Yes.
reprinted just now. I'm waiting for it in the mail.
Did they reprint that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, I have the original one of those. Those are great when that came
Kung Fu
out.
Monthly, folks.
Felix Dennis is the one that also wrote the King of Kung Fu book.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
Correct. Wow, those are some classics there, Richard.
Yeah, these are all the paperbacks.
Well-
Okay, these are all comics. One day we're gonna have to break
Well,
down
listen,
the
man.
library.
We
From Mexico. Bruce Lee.
Que viva Mexico!
Hey!
Huerta! Let's go get some enchiladas. God bless the Mexican people. Those are my brothers
Richard,
and sisters too.
like I said earlier, man, we have to come back to film some more episodes because you
Sure.
have such an amazing and extensive collection that I get overwhelmed when I'm in your house and it's hard to figure out where we're going to start. So next time we'll kind of narrow it down to maybe 3 or 4 different areas and we'll really spend some time on those videos. You up for
Okay.
something like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. And
You
then
gotta come
one,
back.
Yeah, we will. And then one day I want to go to your school and show people what you do at the JKD School.
yeah.
Woo!
See that.
I even though I had my game of death, I would have been dead in a second.
Ah, that was really fast.
Well, this was great, man. I want to thank you again for doing this, inviting Hector and I over to your house. And once again, guys, Charles Damiano signing out from the Bruce Lee Collection. As always, saying have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you then.
Take care, guys.
Bye bye.